Yo, what's good, Exiles? It is time to talk about Titan Bear Slammer. Big shout out before we start to Ziggy D. This is his footage. I will link his video in the description if you want to check it out. He just published a full, almost X1 playthrough as a treat. But we will focus on the Bear today and the Warrior Titan. I will explain in a second why I think it's the best. I already know it's gonna slap so hard. I cannot wait. I'm so excited. At first, when we saw the slams, the description of it, I was like, it doesn't seem as high, the numbers, right? They don't seem that high. But after seeing the interactions, especially with Rage, it is quite crazy. I'll talk about it again in a bit. Rage will be absolutely busted. Now, we saw some of the passives on Druid side, they're very strong. And because of that, I was hoping to drop Hulking Form, purely focus on slams, even on the Ascendancy, but seeing these passives, I think Hulking Form will be a must. 50% increase effect on small nodes is just too powerful. Those small nodes give you skill speed, for example, which will be very crucial. I'm a big fan of this slam not having high total attack time, because other slams like Sunder and Rolling Slam have that. Excuse me, not Sunder. Sunder has now different scaling at attack speed. But overall, total attack time on skills just should not exist in this game. It seems like the devs don't know if they want to make the game, fast as we want, or make it slower. We don't really know. I don't know, man. But a big fan of that. Also, Sunder got buffed. Expect a build from me, because I'll probably play that. Fierce Slam is the spender. You spend Rage to perform a more powerful slam. And our generator is the auto attack. But I have a feeling, from what I see right now, which could be changed when the game launches. But I will show you a few examples. The main skill will be Fierce Slam. This spends Rage to create a larger shockwave and leave behind Jagged Ground, which you need this to proc shockwave totems. And shockwave totems have a great synergy with Volcano, because this, if you keep slamming on top of Volcano, in this scenario, it's the shockwave totem. It's all automated. You just drop both skills on the ground and leave them there. It will detonate, or it will proc projectile spray. So this is a great synergy with these two skills, but also the Jagged Ground from Furious Slam, you need it for the shockwave. So there'll be a lot of explosions, detonations. And why I think this will be insane is it shows here that it spends Rage. Usually these skills should have a tag called, what was it called? Sunder has it as well. I actually forgot. Oh my god, special word for it. It should say that you cannot create, or you cannot get Rage on hit with this, right? Because you can spend it, it usually cannot interact with the source. It's described here. But you can see that Rage can be slotted in the skill. So if that's the case, we don't even need any generator as an auto attack, basic attack. We can just simply spam Slam. We can get enough Rage in one hit to just spend it after. Because we can get Ruby Jewels with Rage on hit. We can get the support gem, 5 Rage on hit right here with level 3, or 3 right here at the beginning. And other sources like Hateforge. Hateforge gloves got buffed. I'm a big fan of that as well. Some people think it's weak, but Hateforge gloves will generate every 3 or 6 seconds on a roll a charge. The random charge, power, frenzy, or the endurance if you reach maximum rage. And it also gives you up to 6 rage on hit. So this in combination with the support gem, that's 11 rage on hit. And you can get even more through the jewels. So if this skill does not have the tag, like for example Sunder, then it can interact with it. Let me quickly search for the word, because I really forgot. The word Herald of Ice is the same. Payoff, that's the one. Payoff, that's the one. Yeah. So if the this means like Sunder, for example, needs to break armor to deal a lot of damage, but this payoff means Sunder cannot break armor itself. So if this skill doesn't have it, we are good, boys. We're good. We can just keep slamming the ground. And yeah, like I think this is will be the best slam. We were memeing again that Warrior will be the best slammer. I mean, excuse me, Bear will be the best slammer. Well, I think that's the case. Another thing that we will use is this Fury of the Mountain. It will create molten fissures that travel randomly. Now I have a full video, League starter for Earth Shatter Volcanic Fissure Guide. If you guys want to take a look, it's the most clean League starter I played. But if you keep slamming on top of fissures, they will also erupt similar to Volcano. So you will have Volcano erupting and also these fissures. And this also gives you Rage on hit. So if you slot in another Rage on a hit as a gem, support gem in this, you can get even more. Like you can get 8 Rage on hit if you keep slamming on top of that. So like getting Rage will be so easy with this archetype. I'm really looking forward to it. Next, what we have is our travel ability. I will be using Pounce. Let me find it right here. This is from Werewolf. The shapeshifting, you can do it just, freely as much as you want. It's instant. There is no real delay. It seems very seamless. But Pounce is a slam as well, since we are focused on slams. It does have a cooldown though, but you can put Fist of War on this skill, which is very strong. It gives you multiplicative damage and AoE increase. So this will be absolutely wonderful. And Pounce also summons wolves if you kill a target. Like if you use Pounce on a target, it applies a mark. If you kill a target, it summons wolves. So this will help with DPS as well, obviously. So I think that's pretty cool. This will be amazing for campaign, traveling faster as well. You could even go with Stomping Ground if you want, but Stomping Ground was nerfed last league, so I'm not sure how this will really behave or how this will act. And when it comes to Warcries, we will use them as a bear, obviously. We have this bad boy right here. This will make you get Rage again, obviously, per power, which is already another crazy thing, right? And then Empowered Attacks will break armor. And you will also, I believe, we saw it in the Ziggy's video showcase. On killing, Bear can get Endurance Charge on kills. And it seemed pretty good uptime as well, especially when it was so early on. So it seemed like, yeah, finally we were able to generate Endurance Charges comfortably. And if that's the case, then Warcries, will be insane. Or with the, we could also go Infernal Cry if you suck at Enter a Cry into this Ferocious, it will use that instead with some bonus like damage increase and AoE. So Infernal Cry could be crazy. And their crazy version is full Fire Bear with Avatar Fire or the unique that converts your damage to fire by 80%. I think they'll be very strong too. And why I want to touch on the charges here, Endurance Charge, also on the Hateforge charge right here, Power and Frenzy, is the, where is it right here? Is the Spirit Oracle charge regulation, I believe. This will give you benefits depending on what charge you use. So you get more defense multiplicative when you eat Endurance Charge, more crit chance with Power Charge, the blue one, and green gives you skill speed. So I think this will be absolutely insane. Very, very good with the Hateforge gloves. And why the crit could be good is because there is this passive right here. Let me find it. You have crit chance increase while shapeshifted, so I have a feeling we will be able to go for crit version as well. So crit slams would be the ideal goal for DPS, for damage, because we know crit is just busted in this game on almost any build. So this will be very good if that's the case. Another great passes while we are here, why Hulking Form will be very strong. We get these small nodes give you attacks or skill speed, which will be crucial for attack speed Warcries as well. It does work for both, or even spells. Next up, there is this little node for damage. And also this one, a regeneration and damage increase. And why regen will be very important for this build. Because there is a new spirit aura called Savage Fury, which seems very busted for endgame. Not so much for early game, because it will be hard to sustain. But you basically get Fury if you attack enemy, up to 20 Fury. And it increases the duration per Fury. It gives you multiplicative damage, additive speed, attack speed by 32% at level 4, or like level 10, but the first version. And then movement speed. This does cause you to lose life per second, and I definitely want to pair this with Berserk. Berserk, has great synergy with Rage. I'll show you just real quick. That's my favorite aura. I always play it on all my melee builds. But this will magnify the effect of Rage up to like 70% if you give it get it fully leveled with corruption and also the quality of percent. Now we can get both thanks to corruption. But yeah, this will also make you lose the life. So I'm not sure how sustainable it will be to run both. We might have to drop this because we will be stacking a lot of Rage. I'll show you actually. So again, 50% increase to small nodes, Hulking Form. We will get max Rage from this passive right here. So, you will get more here and plus 8. Anything basically Rage will be crazy good because the damage itself increase. You will be immune to stuns with this stun threshold. You will gain Rage when you get hit by enemy. Since you're melee, we will be getting hit by a lot. We will be getting hit a lot. And I'll talk about defenses in a second. Another Rage stuff is right here. You get 1% armor for every Rage. So this will be very strong. for defenses. And no doubt there's going to be other rage stuff in the Druid side, which we cannot see because it's not updated, but it will be soon on Mobalytics. And when it does, I will update the build as well. And then max rage is unforgiving, and this will make so rage decays slower. But I believe they changed something with decay. You get some more rage on hit right here. And there is one more rage on hit 3 nodes with slower loss, which is not needed. I'm not sure if they will change the endurance passives here because they seem very weak. I'm not liking these at all. One stack here, another stack here for actually this is maximum recovery, maximum life recovery. This could be decent actually, and it's close, so that could be good. Another one here, max and duration. That's just weak compared to like our power charges for crit damage. I mean, goddamn. So this is another thing on this build. Let me see what else we got. Vulcan Calamity will be pretty good too. This is a this could be a great pairing with Ancestral Cry. That's why Firebearer will be strong, because for Ancestral Cry you need to ignite enemies. That's how you get the glory to use it. And this also is glory based skill by gaining rage while at max rage, which will be super easy with this setup with this archetype. And then you will do meteors will rain down from the sky. So again, full fire build will be really good. And you also gain fire damage and rage regeneration. That's just insane, man. Like, these skills are super good. I'm gonna like these a lot compared to warrior skills, but still very good. Let me check up real quick if me miss something. Fury of the Mountain, I've talked about this. And the Ascendancy for Titan, what I wanted to do initially is going for Ancestral Empowerment. Every second slam is boosted, which means, again, multiplicative damage, just like this, right? Multiplicative damage and AoE, so that would be very strong. And you also get a chance to Aftershocks. Aftershocks, when it triggers, it's free skill, it's a free damage. So you use 1 skill and you get 2 worth of damage, right? So this will be very strong on Titan. And then I wanted to go for this other side, Crushing Impacts, and the last point, because Titan is getting this stuff reworked, and the Crushing Impacts do Crushing Blows, which means you will stun easier. It will now give you 25% multiplicative damage against heavy stun enemies, which is very strong. And the 4th point there, which is exactly right here instead of this one, you will get the Mountain Splitter. Every 3rd slam skill that doesn't create fissures, which you use yourselves, which we don't. We don't have fissures, really, except the other skill. But we don't really care about that. It will cost 3 additional Aftershocks ahead and to each side of the initial area. And this just sounds crazy both for damage and AoE. So my idea was to run both sides here 4 points and here 4 points. But then we have also multiplicative armor from body armor, which is for defense. There's also life, multiplicative. There's a hulking form. I have no clue what's like, all of these combinations are great, right? So I guess it depends on how much damage will we be doing later on. And then I'll decide if I want to go for more defense or offense. But speaking of defense, this is going to be most likely armor and energy shield based, because energy shield is just too good, right? It's just too cracked. There is a passive here from the Druid that increases armor, increases the energy shield regen, and armor applies to elemental damage. So it's a very strong passive. I'm still not sure later on, or early on, we will go for damage nodes, obviously, and then attack speed. But at higher levels, I will probably respec and go this route for Druid side, because there is a strong regeneration life wheel right here. There is the crit stuff I showed you, some damage. And this is the note I told you about with the armor and energy shield recharge. So might be stacking armor and energy shield, or might be going pure armor. But I would rather go ES, because there are other crazy passives on this side, which we will probably path towards to, because the Druid will have some new stuff. But there is some armor, energy shield stuff, and of course this as well from body armor. So if you get a beefy body armor with both armor and energy shield, that could be insane. That could be really crazy. Some other stuff, ES. And I have no doubt they'll probably put some more nodes here for ES. But yeah, there's a lot of things for this build. I honestly cannot wait. And yeah, my other build ideas, what I want to go with, I'm going to make a werewolf build. I'm not sure what Ascendancy I will play it on. Maybe Shaman. Shaman Lasso seems also absolutely busted for Rage. Rage archetype, or overall even defense. It's a great Ascendancy. I'm a big fan. And honestly, it could even work on Kitava, all these ideas, because he got some extra defenses. The fire spells on it will be absolutely broken. I played Battle Mage Kitava with Mjolnir, that's lightning and fire spells, and it did cost mana, didn't have any increased damage. Now it is both. No mana cost and increased damage up to 200%. So this will be cracked. Kitava Druid will be... Oh, Kitava Druid skills, that will be cracked, dude. Because there are some spell damage notes as well on the tree at the Druid. But I think that's about it, my dudes and dudettes. If I missed anything, again, I'll put it in the description, or I mean in the pinned comment, in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. I also stream every day on Twitch, Kick, YouTube. If you guys want to stop by, I would greatly appreciate it. And with that said, we start exactly in 2 days and 23 minutes. Cannot wait, 33 minutes, excuse me. But have a great one. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Take it easy and peace.